Hi, I'm Mark, and welcome to the current Outside Views report on Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine. European countries bought more liquefied natural gas from Russia in the first 7 months of this year than before Moscow attacked Ukraine, at least according to a report. From January to July, the EU countries bought around 22 million cubic meters of so-called LNG, according to a study published on Wednesday by the environmental organization Global Witness, based on data from the raw materials analysis company Kepler. That is an increase of 40% compared to the same period in 2021, before the start of the war. According to the information, a good 21 million cubic meters of LNG were imported from Russia to Europe in 22 or 21. Since the beginning of Russia's war of aggression in February 22, EU countries have banned imports of coal and, with exceptions, crude oil from Russia, and pledged to reduce imports of other fossil fuels. The EU countries spent an estimated 5.3 billion euros on liquid natural gas in the first 7 months of the year, buying 52% of Russian exports, as the report said. According to the information, 49% of Russian LNG exports went to Europe in 22 and 39% in 21. Up until July, Spain was the second largest buyer of all Russian LNG sales, with a purchase of 18%, with only China buying more with 20%. According to the information, 17% of the exports went to Belgium. With 6 LNG terminals, Spain has the most in Europe, and imported gas is converted there. The gas is also transported from the LNG terminal in Zeebrugge in Belgium to Germany as well. Global Witness's Jonathan Noronha-Gant said about this: Europe's fossil gas-based energy system is a climate catastrophe and a security risk that funds warmongering regimes and fuels deadly extreme weather. The fact that national capitals are buying more liquefied gas from Russia than before the war shows that there is not enough movement to replace gas with renewable energy. However, Ukraine can hope for an expansion of the European training mission for its armed forces at least. At a meeting of EU defense ministers on Wednesday, EU Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell proposed training 40,000 instead of 30,000 Ukrainian soldiers in the EU by the end of the year. The goal of 30,000 will be reached by the end of October. Borrell also spoke out in favor of integrating the training of Ukrainian fighter pilots on F-16 fighter jets, planned by the Netherlands and Denmark in particular, into the EU mission. Appropriate options will be examined, he said at the informal meeting in Toledo in Spain. The EU training mission was approved by the foreign ministers of the member states last November. At that time, it was said that up to 15,000 Ukrainian soldiers should first be trained in Germany, Poland, and other EU countries. The goal was later raised to 30,000. With the mission, the EU wants to help ensure that the Ukrainian troops can defend themselves even better than before against the attackers from Russia. The German Bundeswehr trains Ukrainian armed forces, among other things, on the Patriot air defense system, the Panzerhaubitze 2000, the Marder infantry fighting vehicle, and the Leopard 1 and Leopard 2 main battle tanks. There are also training courses in military leadership and in the medical field. According to the Bundeswehr, an average of around 1,500 members of the Bundeswehr were recently involved in the mission. Accordingly, they were used as trainers, but also in supplying the Ukrainian forces and as language mediators. And if you want to know more about the current developments in this war, the next video is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.